In the last video, I made a landing at a little grass strip right on the bank of the Missouri River. In this episode, I landed at a much larger grass airport at the far end of the massive Fort Peck Lake.
Alright, 122.9, that's what I was on before, so I was on the correct frequency. Alright, let's go. We're going to fly over the lake, Lake Peck, and land at whatever it is, Fort Peck Airport. Heller Farm traffic, Luscombe, Silver Luscombe back taxiing for 1-1, Heller Farm. I'm off-roading here. Yeah, this is the right call. I'm sure I could take off this way, but I think it's smarter to take off this way, because although sometimes the wind is just a crosswind, it's been also pretty commonly coming from going this direction. So even though I got this long, irritating taxi, I think it's the right decision, the right way to go. I'm just giving it forward stick here, just in the hopes that the prop wash will take a little bit of the weight off the tail wheel. Not sure how much it's actually helping, but certainly isn't hurting. And my arm's getting tired. And we're at a pretty good idle here, 1300 RPM to keep us moving over this rough ground. Heller Farm traffic, Silver Luscombe taking off 1-1. I'll be making a right turn out over the river and depart the area downstream to the east, southeast. Heller Farm. Alright, here goes nothing. Let's say if I'm not off by a little bit past that tree on the right there. I'll abort, but I should be able to get off pretty easily here with density altitude's shouldn't be bad at all. Here goes nothing. Kind of hard to get moving in this dirt, rough terrain. Alrighty, good. We're up to 50. This is not going to be any problem. There we go. Did a little soft feel. Took off a little bit early. Nope, I'm not going to do that. Because that was a little bit tight. Good, there we go. Now we're up to speed. That's what I was planning on, but was a little below VY. Didn't want to get slower, and there's mountains there.
I begin this flight along the typical Missouri River I've enjoyed up to now. Then, the valley widens dramatically as I come to the massive Fort Peck Lake. After a very enjoyable bit of cruising over this huge body of water, I finally arrive at Fort Peck Airport.
And it is, 1:04 p.m.? It's getting a little bumpier. That was very, very pleasant. Heller Farm. So glad I landed there. Now we got a bridge here. So let's go ahead and climb up. A little clearance over that bridge. Hey, visibility markers on these wires. What do you know? Holy cow. I think we caught a gust from over there. Pick that wing up. Got a boat launch here. And a couple boats in the water. So not really a tailwind or anything here, or a headwind, or a crosswind, I think, but just gusty air. Yeah, it's getting bumpy. It's getting ready to open up and get big. I guess that'll be the beginning of Peck Lake. Is that a tent? You guys got a tent set up on this little ledge there? Pretty cool. Huh, alright. The chart led me to expect it to really widen out here. It's okay. Looks like those guys are having a good time. We got a sweet camp set up down there. So about 70 miles as the crow flies is Fort Peck Airport. Of course, it'll be farther the way the Jaybird flies. And maybe I'll go a little further. See how far I can go on this tank. Maybe I can get to 3 hours. I'm starting to get a little tired. Big old tent set up down there. People set up some pretty sweet camps for their, I don't know, fishing trips on the river, I guess, is what those are for. I could just fly over this hill here and fly over this big spit of land that comes to the south. But yeah, I'll go ahead and fly around. So this river bends around this way, the Missouri, and the mussel shell comes from the south and adds to it. Sweet. Another inlet off to the right there. Oh, we've got a stiff headwind now. We're down to 67 knots. That's pretty stiff.
At 134 miles long and a volume of 18,700,000 acre-feet of water, Fort Peck Lake is the fifth largest artificial lake in the United States. The dam was built in the decade before World War II, and the reservoir was first filled to capacity in 1947. Along with the Missouri River, smaller tributaries such as the Musselshell River, Fourchette Creek, Timber Creek, Hell Creek, and Dry Creek feed the reservoir. The lake is featured in the film Jurassic Park 3 as part of an excavation.
Oh, there's another boat. Got some camping going on here, some boats and camp, a little campground. So what frequency is Fort Peck? 122.9, so I'm already on that, so actually, I mean, I know how to get there from here. In case I had a failure, I think I could find the airport. Got a bunch of pickup trucks with empty boat trailers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 boats launched from there. And we're not to the big part of the reservoir yet. This is the small part of it. This is a big body of water. Little solitary boat out there. 2 o'clock. You know, I think I'm on schedule. Roughly, according to what I was figuring, maybe get there at 5 o'clock or something. Getting tired. Gonna hang a 90-degree right here, and then I'll go mostly straight for quite a long ways. And then I'm gonna get into the big part of the reservoir. That dude really lived there? Or, oh, But no, people are just camping, I guess. So someone took their fifth wheel to the lake. Not a trailer that someone lives in. Tired. This is a big, actually I'm not even into the big part yet, and I already think this is a monstrous reservoir. Monstrous. Definitely got a left crosswind here. Just gonna aim straight across the lake here. Straighten out this bend. Chugga, 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 chugga. Oil pressure's good, oil temp's good. We're just plodding along here. Fuel's great. And we'll get to Peck and we'll take a look at things and about maybe 25 miles as the crow flies. It'll be a little bit longer than that for us. Less than 30 miles, I would say. So that'll be what, I mean, let's say 30 minutes. So by the time this gets to an hour, we'll be at Fort Peck, and that'll give us still an hour and a half of fuel remaining. Fort Peck traffic, Silver Luscombe, 10 miles to the southwest at 2700.
At this point, several cameras died in concert. I don't remember if it was full memory cards or dead batteries, but the end result is the same. Boring footage for the last few minutes of this flight.
So that's a 2300. I'll go ahead and climb up. I think up to 35 or 36. That'll get me a little above pattern altitude. Oh, and I'm getting out from underneath these clouds here, where the rain was coming from. And I can see some sun shining on the terrain in front of me there. So there's 3600, that's fine. $3,700, all right. Let's see, so the dam that creates this lake is gonna be ahead of me somewhere here. After I take off, oh, right there, I think. Yep. Fort Peck traffic, Silver Luscombe, 8 miles to the southwest at 3700. We're going to overfly the field, take a look at the windsock, then descend to pattern altitude for landing at Fort Peck. Where is the runway? I don't know. The runways won't have numbers painted on them. Maybe I'll just decide which one I'm going to land, look at the compass, and then I guess that can help me figure out which one to land on. So where is it? Oh, I see some markers. cones on the ground. Yep, there it is. I think, yeah, something will want to land that way. Cool. So, which one is this? So that looks like 2-9 or something? Is there a, what are the runways? 3-0. Alright, cool. Fort Peck traffic, Silver Luscombe, over midfield, maneuvering for 45 for left downwind for 30, Fort Peck. Alrighty. Actually, it's variable. Either one of those runways would work. I'm proud of myself for thinking about flying parallel to the runway and using the compass to figure out which runway that was. Oops, didn't go far enough. Fort Peck traffic, Silver Luscombe, left downwind for 30, Fort Peck. Yeah, that wasn't the best. Yeah, the wind's variable, but 30 looks like as good a choice of it as any. Man, I wish I was getting this on camera. This is cool. Fort Peck traffic, Silver Luscombe, turning final for 30, Fort Peck. Going 45 knots over the ground. There's a pretty zippy wind. Fort Peck traffic, Silver Luscombe back taxiing, 30, Fort Peck. wish I'd gotten that on camera. Oh well. I'll pop out just in case. We got something.
Come back next time when I fly over Lake Peck Dam and have a quick flight to LM Clayton Airport.